The first words out of his mouth weren't hello, they were an order. You will come to your brother's wedding. We need to look like a perfect family. I didn't flinch. I let the demand sit between us like a loaded gun. No. The silence on the line sharpened. Then his voice dropped to the tone he always used when he thought he had power over me. If you don't come, don't expect a dime when I'm gone. And I almost laughed, because after all these years, they still thought money was the chain around my neck. They had no idea. I grew up invisible. Every achievement, every medal, every ribbon I fought for, it barely registered. That's nice, my mother would say without looking up from her wine glass. But when my brother scored a single point in a junior league game, they threw a party. Photos on the mantle, champagne in the fridge, laughter that carried into the night. I told myself it didn't matter, that if I just kept working, they'd notice me, love me. But the years passed. My efforts turned to ash in their hands. So one night I packed my bags. No dramatic goodbye, no slammed doors, just silence. I moved states away. I waited. Weeks turned to months, months to years. Not one call, not one message asking where I'd gone. That was when I knew. I wasn't a child to them. I was a placeholder, background noise. But in silence, I found strength. I poured everything they ignored into myself. Long nights, brutal work, ruthless decisions. Startups that failed, investments that hit, calculated risks that built into an empire. I didn't just survive, I thrived, quietly, invisibly. My net worth grew past theirs, past my brother's, past everything they thought mattered. But I never told them. To them, I was still the forgotten child, the failure, the one who never quite measured up. And I let them believe it, because hidden power is sharper than any weapon. Then the wedding invitations went out. My name wasn't on the list. I wasn't surprised. But then the call came. Not out of love, not out of guilt, out of need. They wanted me there, not as family, but as furniture, a smiling extra in their perfect photograph. I refused. That's when my father unleashed his threat. Disinheritance, legacy, shame. All the words he thought would break me. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. Do what you want, I said. I don't need your money. For the first time in my life, I heard him hesitate. But I wasn't finished. They wanted a performance. I'd give them one. On my stage, on my terms. A week before the wedding, I mailed a single package to my brother. Inside, a check. Not small, not symbolic. Big enough to buy their entire venue outright. Signed in my name. No note, no explanation. Just numbers. I knew exactly what would happen. My brother would open it. He'd show it to them. My parents' faces would collapse under the weight of reality. The child they ignored, the one they dismissed, the one they threatened, had outbuilt them, out-earned them, outlasted them, all without their help. The day of the wedding, I wasn't there, but I can imagine the scene. My father, stiff in his tuxedo, trying to force a smile while whispers ripple through the crowd. Guests asking about the absent sibling, the mysterious check, the imbalance that couldn't be ignored. My mother, smile frozen, glass shaking in her hand. And my brother, the golden child, standing at the altar while the shadow of the forgotten one stretched long across his perfect day. That was my revenge. Not yelling, not fighting, not begging for a seat at their table. No, I built a higher table, and they weren't invited. Later that night, my phone buzzed again. My mother's voice, low, almost broken. "We didn't know. We didn't realize. Please come back." Her words would have gutted me once, but now they were just echoes. "You didn't notice when I left," I said. "You didn't notice when I built everything without you. Now you notice? Too late." and I hung up. Revenge doesn't always come in fire and fury. Sometimes it's colder, cleaner. It's the silence when they expect a scream, the absence when they expect obedience, the success they never believed you were capable of. My father thought he could cut me off, but the truth is, I had already cut them out.